Hello everyone, guys. Is my voice audible? Yeah. So understood, guys, how to implement carousel and model. Are you guys able to implement it? Have you guys tried?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so I was just in the Angular session. That's why it became a little late for me to join. Yeah. So in last class, what are the components we have seen? We have seen model and we have seen pagination as well, right? How to create the structure for pagination. So just remember class, guys, if you know the class names, that's it. You will be able to create any kind of UI. And in case even if you forget, don't you should not get panic. Just we have to go to the documentation and check. No one will be able to remember all the things. So and we should not remember also. So we are engineers, so always we will have a documentation. So always we have to refer documentations and we have to do the things. Because again, version to version things will change. So which version you are using, that version documentation you should refer. Okay. So what is the component which is pending? That is navbar. So can you guys try to learn nav by yourself and check whether you guys are able to learn by yourself or not by referring documentation? So what you have to do is simply you have to go to the documentation of Bootstrap. Go to the docs and just go to this navbar documentation. And here all the classes names you will find with the examples you will find. Now you can create like this navbars. Like this navbars you can create. Again, if I scroll down, you can create something like this. So here see different way of creating navbars we have. We have search. So what classes we have to use? All the code they have given. This code they have given to create this kind of UI. So just check whether you guys are able to learn by yourself or not. If not, let me know. Anyways, in our project development, we have to create navbars. So we will create like this navbar using our Bootstrap only. Depends upon requirement, guys. Okay, some people use Bootstrap, some people use material design, some people use Chakra UI. Depends upon application and companies. Okay, so maximum we go for this kind of frameworks only, so that our development speed will be very fast. If you try to write everything from scratch using CSS, then the development process will be very long. So we don't prefer writing CSS directly. So maximum people will use some kind of framework like Bootstrap. And if you are learning React, then lot of people use this Chakra UI. So Chakra UI is just a alternate to your Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is providing us styles in the form of classes. It is giving us lot of classes. Using those classes, CSS classes, we are getting styles. Chakra UI is also one of the framework, or we can say one of the library like Bootstrap. It also provides us lot of predefined styles. It provides us lot of predefined styles but it provides predefined styles in the form of React components. So this is purely designed for React. It is purely designed for React, and I think even Vue.js. Right now they are supporting Next.js also. So here you have like this components. So if I just click on this, now if you scroll down here also you have all those things. So if I click on this button, you will be able to get like these buttons. See, like the styled buttons you will be able to get. All these buttons you will be able to get. Those are the different styles of getting buttons. Now, if you see here, the code, if you see to create like this button, they are providing us one button component. See, this is the button component. So you have to integrate this Chakra UI with your React application, and you have to use this button component. Now, just you have to pass some props to get different kind of features on your buttons. So here, this color schema. So it will give you different color for your button size. Size props will give you different size of button. This is extra small, this is medium, this is extra large. See, just by passing props, you are going to get this kind of styles. In the same way, we have one more framework which is very popular with React, that is Material UI, I think. Okay, Material UI. So ready to use material design components. If you go to this material UI, this material UI also will provide you like this predefined styles only. So under components, now you will see lot of predefined styles. So if I just click on these buttons, now it will show me all the different ways of creating the buttons with different styles. So now material UI is providing like these buttons. All these are buttons. Now see here also, it is providing in the component form.
Is
So
it
if you,
free of cost for this one?
yes, so there are two, like few things are free and few things are premium. So the components which are free, you can use it with freely. But for study purpose, for learning purpose, that free is more than enough. But in your companies, they will purchase all the premium things and they will use it. So they don't have any budget issues. So people go for uh, premium as well. In Chakra UI, few things are free and few things are premium. Okay. So if your company is using Chakra UI, and mostly 99% all the companies will buy all the premium things because they will be using Chakra UI for multiple projects, right? That is the reason they don't have any issues for that. They will buy it. So you did not to worry about it. So if they are buying, you have to just use it in your application. Suppose they are not buying and you want that premium subscription of this premium components you want to access, then you can request your management that we want to use all this. Then they will buy for it. Okay. This part you can, whenever you get a time, just focus on this Chakra UI because Chakra is UI is little popular in the market for React applications, or else you can go with Material UI also. Now you know Bootstrap, so you will be able to understand all these frameworks and libraries. Just instead of classes, here they are providing us like this classes, here they are providing us components. That is the only difference. You know what is component, you know how to import component, you know what are props. So all things you know. So you will be able to learn all this very easily without any kind of issues. Yeah. So how many of you are done with the home page, guys? How many of you are completely ready with the home page part? So once we have done with home page, now you have to design login page and you have to design registration page or sign up page. Okay. Instead of registration, we can call it as a sign up page. So by Monday, you guys have to be ready with login and sign up. You know, right, how to create a login and you have to create a sign up. Now, designing part, you can take care. However you want a designing, you can do that designing. Now, once all these three components are ready with us, then we will implement routing here. Routing on these three. So now, before that, what you have to do is you have to create new React project. Once new React project is created, in that new React project, right now, first what you have to design home page, which I want to keep completely static page so that at least we will have an experience on how to create static things. Then we want login, then we want sign up. We want login, we want sign up. I will give you backend application, ready-made backend application I will give you. Okay, how to integrate backend application, I will tell you that. I will explain that part. This backend application will be on Node.js and Express.js. I will explain you how to set up MongoDB database. MongoDB database. Okay, how to integrate Node, because anyways you have to just set up MongoDB database. Anyways, I will provide backend application. So in that you will find all the code of connecting backend with MongoDB database. So you need not to worry about all this process because you guys are not full stack developer right now. You are only a front end developer. So you need not to worry about the backend part. Just few setups you should know. That setups I will explain. Once that setup is ready, then completely we will focus on front end part. So our app project will be completely on front end part. You will have a ready-made back end part. Now you have to just work on the front end part. And from here, guys, all the tasks you guys have to do. Okay. So if you don't do task, then I cannot help. You have to do the task. You have to show the output whenever I ask. So there are few people who are continuously doing, they are showing it. So I just want everyone to do like this. So whenever I give task, do it. While doing, if you stuck somewhere, then you can discuss, okay, I have done up to here. From here, I am not able to do. Then we will see exactly why you are not able to do, exactly what are the issues. So the first step, right now, the first step is we should be ready with home page. Right now, whatever I have told, just be ready with that. In future, if we want to do any kind of changes, we will do that. Then sign in page, then sign up page. Now in sign in page, you know, right, what you have to design. You have to design two text boxes, that is username and password, and one button. Right now, just design up to this much only. Later on, we will add some more. And when it comes to sign up, here, whenever user is signing up, you try to take his name. Okay. Allow him to create password. Okay. So here you have to name, create password, ask email, phone number, gender, city. Okay, right now add up to here this much. Later on, we will add image part as well. We will try to take the user image. Upload image part also we will do, but right now don't add image. Just add name, password, email, phone, gender, city. So these are the fields you try to add in your sign up page. So for this gender, you can use drop down. For city, for city use drop down, and for gender use radio buttons. Use radio buttons. So once all these are created, then we will try to implement routing up to here, routing in the application. Once routing is implemented, we will implement Redux in the application. We will implement Redux in the application. Okay, so I will show you how to implement routing, how to implement Redux. So first, let's try to finish everyone up to here. Then we will proceed with the next step. Okay, and here we will integrate Bootstrap as well. Let's integrate Bootstrap. Already we know how to integrate Bootstrap. Let's integrate that Bootstrap as well. This is what we have to do. Have you guys remembered all React topics? I hope you did not forget. Are you guys revising it? Everyone, are you guys revising React topics? Yeah. Okay. Don't forget, guys, React topics. Suppose you are forgetting, keep revising it. So revising is the only mantra to remember the concepts. So a lot of people give the reasons that we are not able to remember, we are forgetting. Yes, everybody will forget, not only you, everybody forgets if they read or learn concept first time or second time. So do you guys watch movies? Do you guys watch movies? Everyone. Do you guys watch movies? Any movies, Hindi movies, Telugu movies? In that movies, we will have some favorite songs, right? We will have some favorite songs, right? Now, whenever you listen that song, first time, will you be able to remember the lyrics? Will you be able to remember the lyrics after listening this song first time? No, right? First time, like we will be able to remember few words, but not entire song. Entire song we cannot remember by listening first time. So we generally don't buttify those lyrics, right? We don't sit and buttify or mug up those lyrics. We just enjoy that song. Whenever we get a chance, we will just um, start that song and we will enjoy that song. So the moment you start listening that song multiple times, the moment you start listening that song multiple times, automatically you start remembering the lyrics. Basically, you don't sit and buttify or mug up those lyrics. You just enjoy that song whenever you get a chance. The moment you start listening that song multiple times, then automatically you will start remembering the lyrics. So same case with us, guys. So whenever you are learning any technologies first time, or if you are reading that concept one time or two time, or if you are practicing one or two time, you won't remember that. At that point, you will remember, but after 1 day or 2 days or 5 days, you will forget. So what we have to do, we have to keep revising the concept. Keep revising that. Now, once you start keep revising the concept multiple times, then automatically you will start remembering the things. If you don't revise, you will forget. That is natural for with everyone, not only you, with me also. If I am learning any new technology, And if I'm not revising it, if I'm not working on it, if I'm not practicing on it, obviously I will forget within 1 or 2 days. So keep revising the things. Whenever you get a chance, try to recall in your mind, Acha, I know this many things in React. This concept is complex. I have to focus more on this concept. Like this, keep the track. In JavaScript, I know this much. I have to learn this much. I should focus on this topic more because I'm a little bit confused. Now, once you start revising multiple times, automatically you will be remembering the things. You will never forget once it fits in your mind. Okay? Yeah. So, do you have any doubts on any topic in React, guys? Do you feel any topic little complicated in React? So, we have covered lot of topics, right? So, in all those topics, do you find any topic little complicated? Do you want me to take session or revision on any particular topic in React? Okay. Now, don't say everyone one topic. Only 1 or 2 topics you have to say.
Yes, sir. I think we saw the video only. Use effect. If you explain, I think that is good for us.
But same thing I will affect, right? I will explain, right, in video or real.
Yeah, we saw the video, but if you saw the live classes, I think that is good for us.
That that's what I'm saying. That is the same thing only. But still, how many of you want to learn use effect one more time? I can explain. I don't have any problem. But you will have a same experience only almost. Redux is complex until unless you don't work on it, okay? So you have to just remember the flow. So use effect I will take because it was recorded form. I will take live session on Monday, guys, on this, okay? I will explain this part. So generally in syllabus only I kept it as a recorded form, but still now we have a time, so I can take a session on this. So just 1 session or 2 sessions required on use effect to explain you guys. So I will explain use effect on Monday in a live session. Yeah, any other topic, guys? Redux, right? Redux I won't explain because we have almost spent 1 week on this. Yes, you can just go through recordings of Redux. If you find anything complex or not able to understand something, let me know, guys.
So
Anyways, we are
Redux will use in every project or it depends, sir?
depends. Okay, we have so many alternate also for Redux, but maximum people prefer Redux
Okay.
because it's easy. Once you implement Redux, it's become easy for us to exchange the data or to manage the data in our application. That's why
Means only big
maximum.
projects they will use, huh?
It's not like big or small, but if they want, they use. So we don't have such concept like in big project Redux will be used, in small project Redux will not be used. Like depends upon requirement.
Okay.
Okay, but maximum like 90% of projects Redux will be there.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm. Use effect Redux. Redux, anyways, we are going to implement, so I will explain that flow once again. But whenever you get a chance, just watch the recording. And in case if you are not understanding something, then feel free to let me know, guys. Okay, here I stuck, here I'm not understanding like that. Okay. So what is the flow of Redux? Have you guys remembered? See, our target would be from component. We want to store the data in the Redux store. That is our target. Redux. So can we store data directly from our component to Redux store? Is it possible?
No.
Directly can we store the data? No. So directly it's not possible. Okay. So in that case, what we have to do from our component, we have to give the data to whom? Now data will be in your component, right? From there, you have to give the data to whom?
Action.
Yeah. So basically, you have to create first action creator. Okay, remember action creator. What is action creator? What is action creator? You guys remember? It is a function which returns action object. Action object. Which returns action object. So what we are going to do is from our component, we will give the data to action creator. Now action creator is a function. So we are going to pass that data as an argument to action creator. Now action creator will accept the data of component in its parameter. Then what action creator will do? It will store that data in the action object, because action object is created inside the action creator. So it will just store that data in the action object. After storing that data in the action object, what this action creator will do? It will simply return that data. It will simply return, not data, it will return this action object only. It will return this action object to the component, Component will give the data to action creator. Action creator will take that data, it will add in the action object, and then action creator will give this action object to the component. Now component has action object, and inside that action object we have the data. Now what component will do once it receives? So it's like a step 1, then it's like a step 2, then it's like a step 3. Now once component receives action object, then what component will do? Component will call whom?
Dispatch.
Yes, component will call dispatch. Now what is dispatch? What is dispatch? What is dispatch? It is a predefined function. It is a predefined function. So now what component will do? It will call the dispatch. That is the 4th step. And it will pass that action object as a first argument to the dispatch. It will pass that action object. This action object will be given to dispatch as a first argument. Now what dispatch will do? What dispatch will do?
He called the reduction.
That's it. It will call the reducer. It will call the reducer. And after calling the reducer, what dispatch is going to do? What dispatch will do after calling reducer? Whatever action object it has, right? That action object it will give to the reducer. Now that action object, reducer will receive. Now what is reducer? Reducer is a predefined function. What is reducer? It is also so not predefined function. It is a user-defined function. So we are going to write the logic in the reducer. So inside the reducer, what we have to do? We have to write the logic to update our Redux store. So reducer will receive this action object. Based on this action object, what reducer will do? It will simply do some kind of action or operation, and whatever data will get generated based on that action or operation, it will store that data in the Redux store. This is the flow what you have to remember. You remember this flow, you will be able to understand the things. I mean, you will be able to implement Redux very easily. So this flow you have to remember. Very easy, just these terms you have to remember. Component, action creator, action, dispatch, reducer, store. 6 terms we have. Component, action creator, action, dispatch, reducer, and then Redux store. Redux store. So Redux, how you will be able to implement means if you remember this flow, then as per this flow, you have to write the code. As per this flow, you have to write the code. If you write the code as per the flow, then you will be able to remember it without any kind of issues, guys. Just remember this flow. That's it. If you remember this flow, as per this flow only, we have to write the code. And if you write the code as per this flow, you will be able to implement Redux without any doubts. Without any doubts, you will be able to remember, guys. And once Redux is implemented in your application, things will become very, very easy for you to manage the data. To manage the things, it will be very, very easy for us. That is the reason we required this Redux. Okay. So whenever you get a time cut, keep revising the things so that you will be able to remember it. You will be able to remember it. Now to understand use effect hook, first of all, you have to understand what are pure functions in JavaScript. So anybody knows what are pure functions in JavaScript? So pure functions are those functions which returns same output for same input. Functions which returns same output for same input. Okay, what is the meaning of this? Let me try to explain. Suppose here I am creating one JavaScript function. Function something like add. Now in this function, I am taking 2 parameters, x comma y. And here I am writing some logic where result equals to x plus y. And this function returns a result. Now whenever I call this function, and if I pass 10 comma 20. Now here, what is the input I am passing? I am passing the input 10 comma 20. Now whenever I pass 10 comma 20 as an input to this function, now can you guys tell me what this function is going to return? What is the value it will return?
30.
It will return
30.
Suppose same function I am calling one more time with same input. At this point also, what will be the result? What will be the result? Here you told result will be 30. What will be the result here?
Same 31.
It will be 30 only. Now, if I call add function and whenever I pass input 10 and 20, always it will return 30 only. Apart from 30, it will not return any other data. In this case, this function is called pure function. So what is pure function? Pure functions are those functions which returns same output. Same output means here also it is returning 30, here also it is returning 30. After 1 month also, if you call this function with this input, it will return 30 only. So functions which return same output for same input. Whenever you pass 1030, 1020, it will always return 30. So whenever you pass same input any number of time, it will return same output, that is 30, 30, 30. Such functions are called pure functions in JavaScript. Suppose here I am passing 50 and 20, 50, 20. Now whenever you pass 50, 20, always it returns 70 only. Always it returns 70 only. So any functions which returns same output whenever you pass same input, in that case, such functions are called pure functions. So understanding this point is very important. Now what people will think, if I am passing 30, it should return 30 only. That is a pure function because of these statements. That is not the meaning. If you pass 30, it will return 30. That is not the case. The point is, if you are passing same input like 10, 20 or 50, 20, any number of time, always it should return 70 only. This is called pure function. Now, in this pure function, if I add any side effects, and that side effects is changing the behavior of my function, in that case, we call this function as an impure function. We call it as an impure function. What is the meaning of that? Let me try to make you guys understand. Let's suppose there is an external code. External code means the code which is not inside your function, which is defined outside your function. So I am defining here a variable var a equals to 100. Now this a is created outside your function. It is not a native to your function. But this a I am using inside my function. It means now I am using some external code inside my function. Now, due to this external code, the behavior of my function is going to change. How it is going to change? Let me explain. Now tell me here what will be the result. Here what will be the result?
170.
It will be 170. Right? So now if I try to run this, mode pure, it will be 170. Here we got 170, here also we got 170. Here 170, here also 170. If I have 170, 170, I got. Okay, now you are passing same input, you are getting same output. So here 50-20 is 170, here also 50-20, 170. So no issues. Let's assume that after 1 month or 2 months, someone changed this external code. Now this function doesn't have any control on this external code. So someone changed it to something like 500. So your external code got changed. Now tell me, again, if I call this function with 50 and 20, will I receive 170 only, or will I get some other output now?
Some different output.
Other output.
Now, if I just run it, I got 570, 570. It means before 1 month, when I was passing 50 and 20, I used to get result 170. But now, if I am passing same input, 50 and 20 only I am passing, but I am getting 570. Now, why I am getting 570? Because this function got affected due to this external code. This external code is affecting my function. So the moment any external code affects your function, then such code, such external code is called side effects. It is called side effect. So this external code is producing side effects on these functions. And any function which has side effects, those are not pure functions. Those are not pure functions. Those are impure functions. Those are impure functions. And all your components are the pure functions in React. React components are pure functions, React components, your React functional components are pure functions. Now, in our React also, we will have a lot of side effects, because if you do network calls, any code which is not a part of React is called external code. Any library or any code or any functions or any objects, if you are using inside React component, and those functions or objects or code is not part of React library, then all those codes are called external code. Example, Axios. I am using Axios. Now, Axios is not a part of React. It is a separate library. So Axios.get or Axios.post, whatever functions we are using. Now, all these functions are not part of React. All those are part of another library called Axios. So this code is like an external code for our React component. Redux is an external code for our React component. Okay, React Router DOM, it is the external code for our React component. Anything which is not coming from React library is considered as an external code. And always external code are going to produce side effects. And any function which has side effects, those are called impure functions. But our component is a pure function, and we have to keep them pure function only. Now, how to manage side effects then? Because in our components, without using Axios, now we cannot fetch the data from server. So in our components, it's mandatory that we should have some kind of side effects to do some kind of actions. We cannot skip that part. That is the reason what React is saying, your components are pure functions. Now you have a requirement to do side effects. So in that case, you have two solutions. So in your components, if you want to perform side effects, then perform the side effects inside the event handler. So inside your components, you define event handlers, and inside that event handlers, you can perform any side effects. So if you perform side effects in your event handler, then your component will be pure function only. It will not become impure function. So React is recommending us to perform side effects in the event handler. But always event handler will not work, because event handler will be triggered if you do some kind of action like click action or hover action or change action. Then only event handlers will be triggered. Sometimes we get a requirement, we want to perform some side effects once our component is mounted. Once your component is loaded on the screen, you want to do some side effects without doing any kind of actions. So how to do that? So without doing any kind of actions, if you want to do side effects, then for that they have given a solution, that is use effect. They told, write or implement all your side effects in the use effect hook. So how to handle side effects in your React components? For that, we have two ways. The first way is you can handle side effects in your React components in event handler, or else you can use effect hook. Use effect hook. So why use effect hook came into picture? Use effect hook came into picture to handle side effects in React components. So why use effect got implemented, or why they have implemented this hook means, so it is implemented to handle side effects in React component. Apart from use effect, do you have any other way to handle side effects? This is how people will ask the question. You have to say answer yes, we have event handler. So if you see in any React component, your side effects will be handled using this use effect and event handler. Nice. 。 . So before we understand use effect, you should know what are pure functions, what are impure functions. This is the perfect example to understand pure and impure functions. Perfect and simple example. So React is a pure component. So in React, it is recommended to handle side effects in event handler or use effect hook. So you can handle side effects directly in the code also, but it should not affect your functions. It should not make it is impure. Like this results you should not get. If external code is getting changed, then it should not affect your component or basically your functions. Okay. Then next you have to learn how use effect works. So here we just learned what is use effect. It is a hook. What is the use of it? The use of it is to handle the side effects. Now we have to understand how use effect works. So this is where you have to understand the use effect syntax. So use effect hooks takes how many arguments? How many arguments it takes, guys? Use effect hook. Anybody remembered? Revise use effect, guys. Okay, anyways, in Mondays I will explain, but still, whenever you get the time, revise it. It takes two arguments. The first argument is the callback function. Second argument is one array. Basically, we call it as a dependencies. Okay. So from Monday, we are going to start with our project development. So step by step like this, we are going to implement the things. Yeah, I will stop guys session here. So next session we will take on Monday, guys. Okay. Tomorrow, just take a rest. And from Monday, we will start with this project development.
So this week I will miss a couple of classes. So when I try to revise, I I don't find any recordings or anything for 24. So
Day 4, what was that day? Wednesday, there was no session on Wednesday.
okay.
Okay, session was cancelled. That is the reason recording is not available.
So on 23rd, then we thought of completing that GitHub search thing. You just mentioned there is some other way to show the response, irrespective of the props or something.
Services you can use. Just you can create one separate JavaScript file. In that, you can maintain one function. So from here, you can store the data there. And from there, you can just access the data. Okay. I will show that.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, guys. So let's meet on Monday and let's continue the things.